Hey, what's going on, guys? Andrew here, back at you with another video here, and this is day, I think it's 27. We're just chugging right along. We're almost to the end. Definitely into the meat of the Halloween series right now, and if you can see on the back screen, see some of those scenes, it's going to be Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers, so it's called. Yeah, so I think I've definitely said this multiple times on my channel before, but I have a lot of very fond memories of this movie. I used to watch it every year for Fear Fest, and the Halloweens used to be on more sporadically. Like, they would play like other series, but they would also play the Halloweens, like, you know, like 1 and 2, maybe like here and there, like on a Monday or something, and then on Wednesday they'd play like, or Tuesday they'd play 4 and 5. But they'd be like different times too. Sometimes it'd be late at night. This is one of the ones I used to watch all the time. You know, it'd be on 4 and 5, would just be on back to back. So the storyline for this movie, I'm gonna pretty much, I'm gonna like tell you the end of the fourth one, because if you don't want to have it spoiled, just skip another minute ahead if you haven't seen the fourth Halloween. But I'm assuming that everybody's seen the fourth Halloween before because they're such classic movies. Basically, after the end of part 4, where Jamie, you know, stabs her mother, she's in this psychiatric ward where she's mute, and she basically it is, you know, Rachel and her friend Tina and her boyfriend Michael, ironically, who basically try to take care of her, and that's kind of where the movie leads to, and that's where the story begins. Now, Dep Thoughts on this movie. Again, there's some definite issues with story here. Mainly that they start the stupid thorn thing, which, by the way, in this movie, in the 6th one, they kind of just like, it's kind of just there. Like in the 6th movie, like The Curse of Michael Myers, you have like Donald Pleasence in the producer's cut just goes, "Oh yeah, that's his sign. That's Michael's sign." This was never you never made this statement at all in any of the other movies. So like, and in this one, like, it just kind of appears and it's on the wall behind Loomis, and he just kind of sees that it's there. It's like, why wouldn't he be shocked? This has not appeared in the series yet before. It just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. It is a ridiculously unnecessary addition. And the Man in Black too. Originally, they had Don Shanks, who played Michael Myers, the Shape, in Halloween 5. They had him playing the Man in Black, because they originally thought that they were gonna have it be like a family member, a relative of Michael Myers, but it, you know, as it ended up being Dr. Wynn in the 6th movie. But yeah, I mean, you know, that's my biggest problem with the movie. You know, killing Rachel off, that's another spoiler, sorry, but you've probably seen it before. But killing Rachel off in the first act, like 20 minutes into the movie, just as a terrible decision. I mean, I get that they wanted to kill her off because they wanted to keep it all in suspense of, like, anybody can die. And that's actually a really good idea. But if they maybe would have had her live to the 2nd or 3rd act, maybe you've killed Tina off first. I know, it's whatever. But I still have a fun time with Tina, even though she's kind of annoying and she's just there. Yeah, I still have a fun time with her regardless. Her friend Tamara too, or I don't know if it's Tamara in the, oh yeah, I think that's her real name. She's always doing horror conventions. Sorry, man, I don't know why I'm yawning. And she's always doing like interviews for her part, and she does a really, you can tell she really enjoys the horror genre, is really thankful for her part. Yeah, all in all, Donald Pleasence, if he wasn't in this movie, I mean, and if he wasn't in the 2nd one, those movies would be garbage. But his presence alone is just it puts any movie over the edge. His acting is so incredible. The way that he's able to just go from normal to just kooky, insane. You can definitely tell he's just driven by just desire to see Michael stopped. Yeah, honestly, like, I still enjoy, like, a lot of this movie. Like, there's a lot of scenes like this one here where she's being chased. This one here where he goes to the back and he hits Michael in the, with that, you know, that, the barn scene is pretty fun too. It's pretty creepy sequence. I do find it kind of funny that every time I listen to some of these commentaries, like the fourth and the fifth one will say the same thing. They say, yeah, we went back and watched the original movie and we went with that formula. And I was like, really? Because the original had a lot of these establishing shots where this movie actually has it, and you can see it here. I'll be able to point it out to you whenever I see it on the screen here. But when there's like a lot of establishing shots where he's in the background and it's over his shoulder, you know, but there's no breathing in this movie. So that one right, this one right here, where you can see it over his shoulder, that is kind of what the things that was the original Halloween, and the breathing, and you know, having him stand out in the background, and this has some pretty good shots of that. But there's also some establishing like POV shots where like people are doing things and they don't know Michael's there, and the music accompanied with it just all around doesn't work as well in this movie. And also, yeah, the house just looks straight up gothic in this movie, and I don't understand. The first movie, and the first two really, they look like normal suburban homes. But I do appreciate that they actually took us back to the Myers house in this one, and the sixth one does that as well, and it actually, like, that's the main part of the movie. That's one thing that's missing in, like, H2O, or even part 4. But you know, a lot of the things that just don't work, other than Donald Pleasence. Danielle Harris being mute half the movie, I don't really like it, so... but if I were to rate this movie, I would give it a 7 out of 10. I still have very fond memories of it, and I was actually quite surprised to see it have a 5.2 out of 10. I think it used to have a 5.0, and I think it's gone up. But yeah, I do think that fans are kind of divided on this movie. A lot of people are in the same boat as me. I think the majority of people are, of like, I really enjoy it, but it's got its issues. This was released a year right after Halloween 4, so they rushed this into production and post-production. And so for what it was, it's actually got a pretty good story and pretty good, it's got a little bit of that feel of just a typical 80s slasher. But I think it has some more merit to it than that. I do enjoy a lot of the characters, so... 7 out of 10. You've seen some of my issues with it, narrative-wise, bringing in the black man, the thorn tattoos, just ridiculous. But I do enjoy this movie, and the worst decision I think was to have Danielle Harris mute, because she was just such a likable character in the original, and just to have her mute half the movie, or yeah, 3/4 of the movie almost, I think, it's just not a good decision. Alright, that's all for today. Tomorrow I'll be reviewing Halloween 4, so hopefully I like this, and hopefully this will be a good review. So thanks guys for tuning in. I will see you tomorrow with that. As always, feel free to like, subscribe if you haven't watched this before. Feel free to comment, let me know your thoughts on this one. I know this is a well-known one in the series, so just let me know your thoughts. Thanks guys for tuning in. I'll see you tomorrow.